Hi, good morning, and happy Sunday, everyone. Welcome. We are live, so good to see everyone here, and I hope everyone is having a great Sunday. And welcome back to our Sunday Mindset series, a space where we try to plant some seeds because it's spring, right? And to talk about mindset grow, maybe a little inspiration or gentle reminders. And today's session or today's theme is around one quote that I like, which, okay, let me try to put it back here. Everything you ever want is on the other side of fear, right? So take a second and let that sink in because it's true, right? Everything we want is on the other side of fear. So I think you guessed today's topic is fear. And fear is not always, you know, so easy to see it. It's not always loud. It's not screaming, don't do it. Sometimes it's just coming as a thought in your mind. Oh, it's not the right time. What if I fail? I don't want people to judge me. So trust me, I can relate. Fear feels very real, but I think most of the time it's just protecting us from something new, not necessarily something bad, right? And today I have this amazing guest here who, they faced fear. We all did, but we stepped through it and we created something new, and which is actually very good, definitely not bad, but we all have those fears. And that's what we'll talk today, how we, step through that fear, how we pass through, and hope to inspire some of you who are joining us to maybe do the same. And if you are new here, hello, I'm Dana. I'm a mom. I'm by profession an IT manager, but I'm also a digital business owner. I have my own online business and like all these amazing partners who are joining me here today. So let's welcome them and give them a chance to introduce themselves. Vaida, good to see you. Good morning. Do you want to introduce yourself?
Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are watching us from. My name is Vaida. I'm originally from Ghana, currently in the US. I'm a nurse by profession. I'm a mother, wife, and proud digital business owner. Me nuanom na adɔfo no baabi a wotie me medin de Vaida a mefiri Ghana sɛ sɛ mewɔ US me ne me kunu ne me mma mmiɛnsa ne wɔ ha meyɛ nurse a meyɛ digital business owner. Wohwehwɛ biribi sɛ womfa nka w'adwuma a mpakyɛ bra ha meda wase nyame nhyira wo nka wo ho. Back to you, Miss Dana. Thank you.
Thank you, Vaida. Rita, good afternoon from Spain.
Good afternoon, man. Thank you so much for always having me on your live stream. It's a great pleasure being here. Thank you. My name is Rita. I'm a mom to a beautiful daughter. I'm a Nigerian from Benin City, Edo State, but I'm based in Spain. I'm a telecom banking agent and a proud online business owner. Back to you, ma'am. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Rita. Jasmine, good morning.
Good morning, Miss Dana. Thank you for hosting those interesting topics every week. And thank you for all beautiful business partner discussions for every week. And thank you all of our followers to see our light off in every week. My name is Jasmine. I originally from Myanmar. Currently, I living in California, United States, with my husband and with my 1.5-year-old daughter. And then I am a professional full-time hacker employee and proud digital business owner. Thank you.
Thank you, Jasmine. Anna, welcome to our lives. It's your first time, a bit late, but welcome. I'm glad you made it.
Hello,
You want to
everybody.
introduce yourself? Yeah.
Wow, thank you. The time is crazy. It's just, I was like, oh my God, I have to go up. Well, hello, everybody. I am Anna, and I'm so grateful and excited to be here with this beautiful team for the very first time. And yes, I'm originally from the Philippines. I'm living now in the Netherlands for 3 years with my Dutch husband and our baby boy. I work as a supervisor in the cleaning company, and like many of you, I wear many hats: a mom, a wife, and now a proud digital business owner. And I love today's topic, by the way, renew your mindset, because that's truly where everything begins. I'm honored to be part of this inspiring team, and I'm so excited to grow, learn, and connect with all of you today. Thank you so much, Dana. I'm still breathing.
Yes, breathe in. Thank you, and good to see you. Good to meet you. Ram, good morning. Another bit late, or good afternoon, actually, for you. Think you're frozen, Ram. Oh, no,
Hi,
you're not.
hello. Good afternoon. Thank you so much. I was expecting it is 4 o'clock in the afternoon in UK. So it's
Oh,
Sis Anna who told me it's live now and I just jumped. Yes, before I'm so sorry about that. It's just the time difference. It's just to show that we are global and we are real people in here, that we got different time zone. So good afternoon, good morning, and good evening. I'm so grateful to be invited in this live. Thank you so much, guys. It's an honor for me to join this. It's my first time, so thank you for us accountability partner, Sis Madge, who actually told me about this group. So yes, I am also a business owner. My name is Raham. I am based in UK. I am here for 23 years in the United Kingdom. I'm also a wife of Jeffrey and my two beautiful children behind me, their pictures. And I am so grateful to be here today. Thank you. Back to you, Dana.
thank you, and such a pleasure to have you ladies here, to see new faces. And yeah, that just shows that we are real people, and time zones, it's crazy sometimes, life happens. So yeah, we jump in, but you show up here, you did it for yourself, for your business, and to inspire others. So I'm so happy that you were able to join us. And we did have another person who was supposed to join, so I think she's also late, or maybe forgot, because again, life happens. But before we go into today's theme, let's talk about a bit about what this business is about, for those maybe joining us for the first time, or even those who join us every Sunday but are still not sure what does it means, a digital business. So digital means that it's online, right? And the fact that we are all business partners, it's because we are using the same system. It's a proven system that's been used by over what, 250,000 people, so a quarter of a million people, only in the last 8 years that since this business started. So it's a new business in a way, but so many people are using it. So many people are very successful with it. That's it's because it's a system that works. And why it's so successful or so different for it? Well, I think it's because it can be done by anybody from anywhere, right? It comes all packaged in one, like we call it, a business in a pocket. It gives you everything you need in order to start your business from zero. You don't need to have any previous experience, any technical skills. You can see all of us here are coming from very different backgrounds, and we can still do this business exactly because of that. It has a step-by-step training that teaches you everything you need to know. It has an automated system that works for you, and you don't have to figure out all these pieces, how they work together. And you get your own mentor, your own coach where you join. And even more than that, you get this amazing supportive community of people who are doing the same business, who have the same mindset, and who are there to inspire, to support you, to answer any questions you may have. Uh, and you will make a lot of friends. Like you see here, you just see each other for the first time, and you feel like you've been talking forever, just because we are all in the same mindset, right? We wanted a change in our life. We are willing to put some effort and some time for that. And the amazing thing about this business is that it can fit around your lifestyle. Most of us still do our 9 to 5 jobs maybe, and you're still able to do this business. We all have families and kids, and you are still able to do it. Why? Because you can work from anywhere. You are your boss, so you decide when you work, if it's midnight or 3 a.m., whatever works for you, you can do it. And you don't have to, work for 2, 5, 8 hours at a time. You can take 5 minutes here, 5 there, an hour here and there. As long as you're consistent and show up every day for your business, the business will grow. And since it's tax season, I want to mention that it's a real business. You'll get, depends where you are in the world, whatever is needed. In Canada is T4A, in US I think it's some form number, but you get that. So you do get the benefit of being your own, having your own business. You can deduct a lot of the expenses from the business. So you are your own owner. So you decide how much time you spend, how much you invest in your business in terms of money, and of course, how you deduct expenses for the business. So we all use the same system, but we have our own individual businesses that are not in any way linked financially. So I hope that answers some of the questions for people who are not sure what this business is about. And let's go into today's theme, right? It's about, as I said, everything you ever wanted, it's on the other side of fear, right? So it's spring. What better time to renew our mindset and to, as I said, our mind, fear feels real when you try something new. And it's very hard to differentiate if you are afraid because it's new or it's really something that's bad or it's putting your life in danger. And if you start thinking it, most of the time it's just because it's something new, right? Your life is not in danger. We are not back then when, the lions are chasing us. Most of the time, if you want to start something new, your mind is just trying to put some things in front of it to stop you, just because starting something new is not easy, right? So talking about real fears that starts on starting something new, especially something that's a digital business. There are so many things out there, and it's very hard sometimes to know what's real, what's not real. Can you do it? So maybe Rita, if I'll start with you, what's the biggest fear you had when you started this business, and how were you able to go past it?
Wow, what a great topic. Thank you for this. The biggest fear. I want to talk about little experience that I had. I was always thinking about having a passive income. Then I found so many different types. They promised me a lot of achievements in this passive income. And then later on, you see what? People always promise, people always promise. At the end of the day, nothing. So I was not afraid at all. I was not afraid to try something new. But later on, I found this one that we are into, that I've embarked on more than a year ago. And then when I paid my 149, the only thing I see mostly people talking about it is it's not a get-rich scheme business. So that one caught my attention. I said, okay, the fear is already gone. I'm not going to be afraid of this business at all. Nothing. Because people are real here. People are full of integrity here. So people are saying so many experiences that they've had, how they are now enjoying the consistency they have laid in their business. So that one just made me say, okay, this is the business that I'm talking about. This is the passive income that I'm looking for. So the fear in me initially, of course, I was afraid. To be afraid is human. If you want to try something new, it's normal for you to be afraid. If you want to go into a new relationship, it's normal for you to be afraid. If you want to go to anything at all, it's normal for you to be afraid. But what I would say is, if you are being afraid all the time, people are showing you the testimony of the goodness in this business, but you are dwelling on that fear. It's not going to help you for anything. So I never dwell on my fear. I said, I am going for it. I don't care what is going to happen now. I've already tried once, twice, and now this is the third time. So I'm going for it. Because you know what? One thing again I want to point out is experience is the best teacher in life. And how do you get experience? By making mistakes. Okay? If you don't make any mistake, you're not going to have any experience in life. So the mistakes that I made in my two previous intent passive income made me to really open my eyes more, to have my due diligence more on how I would get into this one. So that experience of not seeing anything and at the same time being afraid of a new thing, it didn't stop me at all. So I was like, let me go for it. Let's see what is going to happen. And since then, look at me now. I'm here. If I'm afraid, if I have to be asking my coach, because God gave me two coaches and mentors, two, all of them two. So if I have to be asking them, what is this? What is that? How will I even learn? There is no way I can learn with that. So I said, I'm going to forget about the fear that I have. I'm going to forget about the questions that I have. If I really want to learn a lot about this business, I need to put myself, my intention and everything. I need to put it into this business. And with that, I'm going to learn a lot from it. And this is where I am. I'm here talking about it. Since I joined, it has been a great experience. So my fear in the beginning was normal, but I didn't want it to dwell more in the fear. Because if you want to be successful in life, you want to make changes in your life, you don't have to be focusing on what if, what if, what if. Millionaires today, they're afraid, but they still did it anyway. They did it anyway. So who am I? Me that I'm just normal 9 to 5 job. I want to try something new. I'm seeing things, how this business is helping thousands of people. Why don't I go for it? And I went for it. I forgot about my fear. And look at me now. I'm so confident, not only in myself. I'm confident in anything that I do about my business. I talk about it. I don't care what people say about it or any other thing. People are coming, what is this? Well, how do I do this or not? I'm even showing them how they can change their mindset towards their 9 to 5 job and let them know that there is always a way out to get that financial freedom. So here I am. Fear, nothing like fear anymore. Who would say I was afraid before? Nobody. But I am still here continuing my journey. So thank to you, man, Miss Dana. Back to you.
Thank you, Rita. Oh, yes. It's not about not being afraid, right? It's about going with your fear and uh, taking the action through the fear, right? And maybe understanding that fear, as you said, it's just there because you are trying something new and you are trying something that it may change. It's maybe bold. It's maybe something, that's it takes you outside of your comfort zone. But I always say, right, the biggest risk, I guess, it's looking back in 2 or 5 or 10 years and seeing that you are stuck exactly where you are right now. I think that's the biggest risk. And if you think it that way, I think whatever fear is in your mind, you'll push past it because no one wants to be stuck, right? We all want something more, and that's the human nature. I think you want more, you want to grow. That's how we evolved in millions of years. So it's good to want to grow. So think of it of that. When you are afraid of trying something new, how about if you are stuck? Or the other way around. Oh, you have all those like, what if I fail? How about if you succeed? What if you succeed, right? So if you put it that way, maybe it helps a bit, getting outside of your comfort zone. But talking about fears, Anna, if I ask you, what's a fear that you had that turned out to be completely false once you decided to take action?
Wow, thank you so much. I'm still taking my time to breathe. I'm still overwhelmed with the first thing, but yes, one of the biggest fears before I started this journey was thinking this isn't for someone like me, because for anyone that was first time to see me, I had no background in anything digital. I didn't even know how to use a laptop properly, let alone talk about systems or set things up. My background in the Philippines is a cleaner. So here in the Netherlands, I also clean because I'm supervisor in a cleaning company, because I didn't have any degree, any college degree. So I kept telling myself that maybe this is for people who are smart, confident, and already know what they're doing. That fear held me back for a while. But once I finally decided to take action and actually go through the training, when I became a business owner, I realized that fear was completely false. Because when I jumped into the training system, our worldwide, but I'm so proud of it, the system didn't expect me to be perfect. The system was really built for people like me, moms, immigrants, to those with no tech skills, tech background. Everything was explained step by step. And the most powerful part, I wasn't doing it alone. I was with my mentor, I was with the coaches, I was with all people, all of like minded people like I saw here in the screen now. It's just a whole community that was supporting me. I didn't expect that there was a whole community that helped me everything, every step of the way, every time. I felt stuck. Um, every time that I was stuck, actually, and Reham here knows. She knows all my heartaches about this digital business, all the lows. I learned how to be vulnerable to people in the community, because that before I grow up with a very confident and very I'm strong, independent woman kind of thing. And I let go of that. And this business is new for me, something I didn't expect that I can do. So I need to let go of all those things that I need people who are like-minded that will encourage me, uplift me. And this is something I don't see somewhere else in my job, in the workplace. I don't see this kind of mindset there. And well, I learned things I never imagined I'd understand. And slowly I started gaining confidence, not because I knew everything, but because I kept showing up. And I am just so proud to, for myself for doing that. Now, looking back, when I look back, I realized that fear wasn't real. It's my personal opinion. It was just a story I told to myself to stay comfortable. And that story would have cost me this growth, this purpose, and this path we're walking now as a family. And I'm so proud to say that you guys are a family in this business. So, to anyone like someone there, if you've ever felt like I'm not the type of person who can do this, let me tell you with all my heart that fear is lying to you, because that's what I experienced. We are all more capable than we think. So you don't need to be perfect. You just need to be willing. That's very short. For me, that's very personal. And I'm so happy to share that experience to all of you, ladies. Thank you so much, Dana.
Thank you, Anna. Such an inspiring story, and I'm sure a lot of us can relate with it, right? All of us have different fears. Like when I started to, right? It wasn't for me. It wasn't the technical part. Actually, I was very confident. Like, yeah, the technical part I can do it, but would I have time to do that? Right? Would I? I don't know anything about businesses. Can I run a business in parallel with everything else that I felt like my life was full? But I really wanted the change, right? And I think it came like I found out about the business at the right moment when mentally I was really ready to, okay, I want to give it a try. And all of us are, if you do that first step and you decide we'll give it a try, some of us put even timelines on this. Okay, I'll try it for 3 months, I'll try it for 6 months, I'll try it for a year. And if it's not for me, then I think for me it helped, right? So it's like I give myself a timeline, and then honestly, what I wanted to do in the first year, it didn't everything happen, but I learned so much other things, right? Personally, I grew so much. I learned so much about myself that it's like, oh, I don't care about what I said I want to do in the first year. I definitely want to continue because I grew in so many ways, and I see the future that this business have, right? And I know it's not easy. It's so I think some of us mentioned it. It's not a get quick rich scheme. It's not a job. So you'll not get every Monday or every month a check from the business without doing anything, or you'll not get a big check from the first month. But it's something that can change your life as long as you are willing to put the efforts, right? And to do it every day. So, and you'll have days when it's worse and some days when it's good, really good. But with this community of people, with, having a mentor, having a friend, having someone here who is there to support you and, listen to you sometimes, or, trust in you more than you trust yourself. It's like, hey, you got this, you can do it. Because a lot of us are our worst, we are our worst enemies, right? It was like, I don't think I'm good enough for this. And then you have a couple of ladies around you, it's like, oh, you are crushing it, girl, keep going. And that will make you keep going. So definitely. I loved how you put it, Anna. Fear is lying to you. Yes, we are lying. We are telling our brain all kind of lies just to stay in that warm comfort zone. But guess what? That's where all our dreams are dying. And if you push yourself a little bit out of your comfort zone, you realize that it's not so scary out there, right? It's actually, you may find some friends outside your comfort zone, and life is not that bad. And you start growing. And then the more you start growing and getting outside of your comfort zone, you realize that you know, that comfort zone expands so much that you're not afraid to starting something new or to trying something different. So uh, definitely, you know, try something new, whatever your fear is telling you. Try a small step, and having some people around you that are helping you through those, it's much easier when you have a community like that. Raham, if I can ask you, if you want to share with us your story and what happened in your life when you choose to, get outside of your comfort zone.
It's a lovely question, that one is. I always been asked about this, to be honest. As you know, we actually, in our community, you see a lot of people that comes with different background. I'm a registered nurse for 23 years in United Kingdom. To go out in that different path, it is scary. My one of my colleague, when I was telling them about this business, they always told me, you are very brave. And at that moment, it didn't sink into me. I feel like, I want to do this business because I want to extra online, without sacrificing my family time. But then when I started the business, everything shifted for me. My mindset changed so much. And for me, it is not easy. I'm not saying it is a very straightforward, but that's what I love about it, because you discover a lot about yourself when you started something new. So if you think about it, I've been a nurse for 23 years. So even if I close my eyes, that 23 years, what I'm doing, I can do it without even opening my eyes. What I'm trying to say is, sometimes you think that um, to go out in that comfort zone, you need a lot of courage to do that. It's not gonna be easy. It's the same as when you do a different job or you transfer to a different job. You have to be uncomfortable to be comfortable, and that's part of our journey. And I love about that, because some people don't actually realize that you have to try something different to discover something amazing. So some people come to me, like for example, my mentee asking me like, how did you shift? Because obviously, like what I said, I have no business background at all as well. I'm not a tech savvy. And some of my mentees, the same story. They don't know about digital marketing, but I always tell them this, that you always go back to why did you started this business, and it will lift you up. And if you're gonna think what happened to my life when I choose to be out of my comfort zone, a lot. And I can tell you that it's not all about the money that we earn. It's actually founding a new passion, and then that passion to inspire others as well to do the same. So when you are teaching people of what you have learned. For me, that is a real meaning of success. You know, I know that I'm just like, for example, people might think that I'm only beginning in this business, but I know that if my mindset will remain the same, as positive as I am now, I know that I can reach more. And always go back to your reason, why did you start this business? If you have, because like what I said to everybody, that everybody, we are all human. So I'm not saying that every day is my positivity is the same. You get motivated, demotivated, motivated, inspired, inspired by others, but always go back to why did you started this business, and that will put you to to the proper direction that you are trying to achieve in this one. And it's very important also that you surround yourself with, like you guys, like-minded people who also want to you, or they are cheering you to be successful in life. And treat this business as if it's your life is depend on it. And I can assure you, you will not get wrong. So like what they said, there is no failure in this business as long as you keep going. You can relax, you can rest, you can reboot yourself, or rewind or reflect, but do not quit, because that's the only time that you fail. So it doesn't matter where you're coming from, what background you are. You, like for example, I always make a video, why are these people, I got their reason why they don't want to start their businesses, and I always explain about the money, about the time, about the skills, and about the connection. But actually it's all about mindset. So once I started to shape my mindset, that's and now I'm discovering more about myself. Before, I can't even talk to like this because I'm introvert. Believe me or not, I am. So now I'm like this. For example, it will take a lot of courage to face different people that I don't even meet. But now look at me, I am talking to you guys. For me, that's already a big achievement, and that's already, I'm looking at is the best version of myself. So it's not only the money that we earn in this business, it's the person that we become. And because I managed to do that, because I choose to go out from my comfort zone, which is being a nurse for 23 years. So I'm not saying it's easy, but you need that courage to do it, and to be able to do that, believe in yourself and change your mindset.
Thank you, Reham.
Thank
Oh,
you.
love
Back
that.
to you.
I love how you are saying you are, a shy person. It doesn't show, right? You show so much confidence, and same like Anna. It's like, oh, I feel so shy. Like, oh, girl, it doesn't show at all. So it's all about, like you said very well, right? The mindset and how your life changes, not only financially, also probably most of us starting this business looking for an extra income. You get your life changing so many ways, and so many good ways, right? You are happier, you are more confident, you are a different person. And guess what, people around you start noticing. It's like, hey, why are you always happy and positive, and suddenly you are want to get outside of your comfort zone. So it's so many ways that you grow after you decide to take that first step and start, moving with your fear. And of course, it's always being surrounded by people who remind you of how courageous you are, not of maybe some limits that you have. It's like, oh, you don't have technical background, why would you start that? Why wouldn't you to learn something new, right? Look how strong you are. Most of us move to a new country, leave families behind. That takes a lot of courage. So if you took that, if you are able to do that, and some of us starting totally new in a different country, different language, no friends, nothing, then starting a business, learning a new skill, that's nothing, right? So definitely, no matter where you are in your life, if you surround yourself with some people who remind you of how strong you are, then rather than putting limits in front of you, it's much easier to to start growing and to um, see how your life can be different if you get a bit outside of your comfort zone. But it's not easy. I think all of us mentioned it so far. It's not easy. You have to push yourself a bit more. So it's one of those, we want something better, but we are afraid to make a change. Vida, if I ask you, why do you think people, they are so afraid of change until we want something better?
That is a very great question. Thank you so much. Yeah, people often fear change, even when they are desperately for what? Want better, because change threatens unfamiliar things. Yes, because you don't know. First, number one, you don't know what you are getting into. For me, that was one of my big fear. Unknown, fear of unknown. I didn't know that this business, what am I getting into? Will it work for me? That was one of my big fear. What if I fail? What will people judge me about? My colleagues? I'm the type that I was so like, I don't know anything about computer. Not tech savvy. I'm a nurse. I use computer to work on my work, but I don't know anything about business. Do anything, even Facebook. I was not having any Facebook account, like, no. So I was thinking, why will people judge me? If they see me on Facebook or YouTube, what will they say? That was one of the biggest fears I was having. But I thought of, who pay my bill? I pay my bill. Nobody pay my bill for me. So if I having that fear that, people will judge me or I may fail, but I'm continuously working with 3 kids, 12-hour shift, sometimes 7 days in a week, becoming tired, no time for market, no time for school event. I don't do any one of these. Running on the way, coming to take the kid, very risky, driving, speeding. So I thought of my why in the first place. So, and then my mind shifted. Why don't I try it and see? And then past experience, I have done so many business. I tried a couple of them, more than even 10, and none of them work. So that was one of my fear. Once I've tried those things, I said, oh, I've tried so many things. I wasted my money. Maybe if I had used that money to even build a house, the house would have been done. But I wasted that money and nothing happened. So if I jump into this one too and nothing happened, so what will I do? In me, I just continuously looking for the money and wasting it. But when I talk of my why, I say, you know what? If other people are making it, I will also make it. I'm the type, I determine, no matter what it is, I'm going to do it. After watching that in 90-minute webinar, I say, you know, I came home and told my husband we have to do this. You just see anything on the Facebook or YouTube and you want to do it. I said, I already called the lady. We talk about it and everything. So I was having the confidence that no matter what, whether he like it or not, I will join my business. Even if I will take long, I'm going to join. I just make my mind set. So anything that you are doing, that fear is just like they gave medication to your system. The medication, your system is going to adjust with the medication. It's going to take time. So that anxiety, you are going to have that anxiety. It is normal to have that fear, but you will not let that fear just keep you not to do anything. The moment you start interacting yourself, or if I do it, or somebody, is there like somebody who don't want to go into elevator and the person started going in every day, the fear will start reducing. So the moment I make my mindset that I'm going to do this business, no matter anybody talk, I told my friend, my best friend, he said, oh no, I don't want you to go to social media. You know what? I cut myself from them out, because you are my best friend. You don't pay my bill for me. I have to start struggling and pay my bill. I know how I'm struggling with my kids. So just have to do what? To follow those that will help you. So I cut myself and I pay my 149, do my thing, and here I am. So I just want to encourage anybody out there. If you don't want to get out from your comfort zone and you say, I'm scared of doing things, those millionaires you see every day, watch them talk and they are this, it was the same thing to them. They let those fears go and they make their mindset, they are going to get changed. So anything that you are doing, if you don't let that fear go and you say you are going to move forward, there's no way you are going to move forward. So that is how I got to join this. The first day I wanted to go live, it was a big deal for me. I have to run inside, look at myself. I was so scared. But the first time I did live, the next day, I was eager to go. On and on, now I don't even care. I can sit there and talk by myself more than 1 hour. So that is how it is. So I'm encouraging anybody out there who want to join this business and have that fear that, what if I fail? This business, there's no way that you are going to fail if only you want to learn and grow. If only you don't quit, even it is 10 years, you're still going to achieve. It's helping thousands of people. So anybody out there, we are real people. This one is not a game change. It's not that we are telling lies. If you want, you can click any one of our link. You can call us. You can chat with us on Facebook. We can talk one by one and you hear us so that you know that it is true. Try it and see. Thank you. Back to you, Ms. Diana.
Thank you, Vida. Oh yeah, I love that. Right, how you said the person that that version of you who is fearless. It's not somewhere out there that you have to look it. You have to. It's already inside of you, right? It's just waiting for that permission. And guess what? The permission comes from you. It's waiting for permission to get out. So you have to look inside and to find that version of you it's fearless. And maybe it's not that it doesn't have any fear. It's just brave enough to go past the fear, right? And to take that one small step, that one decision to not let fear win today. Start today. And for today, whatever fear you have, just not let it win. Find one small step that you can do that will go past that initial fear and see where that takes you. You may be amazed how your life can change from one single step, one small decision that you can take one day. We talk a lot about fears and how to push. So maybe let's talk very give people some specific tools maybe on how they can do that. So Jasmine, if I ask you, what's one mindset habit, we talked about mindsets, right? Or maybe some daily action that help you grow, help you go past that fear. You want to share with us? And maybe after that, maybe each of us can think of some mindset habit or daily action that we all can share.
Okay, yeah, thank you so much, Miss Dana. I just want to share my daily habit when I started to do the digital business. That's why I choose, that's why I like this question very much. Yeah. And then I just want to share this daily habit, all my business partners and all my followers that they can use in their daily life and in their job and in their business. And this daily habit is called the positive affirmation. I think many people know about a positive affirmation, especially when we are doing the long-term business. Okay, so before telling the positive affirmation, I just want to little bit explain about what is positive affirmation. Positive affirmation are like as a statement or sentence that can have you feel more motivated, more confident, more resilient when you face challenges in your life. So you can try to say those repeating sentence or word throughout the day. As for me, I just say at least one time a day for those positive affirmation sentence. So there are many positive affirmation sentence. Usually I try these 5 sentence. The first thing is I always say I can do it. Whenever I face a challenge in my hacker job, whenever I face challenge in digital business job, I always say the first thing is I can do it. Believe in myself. The second sentence in positive affirmation, I use it. I can pass through those challenges, because challenges are we ever faces this in our daily life, in our digital business, and in our daily job. So I always say I can pass through those challenges. Number three is we always learn, right? Because digital business is a advertising job that we need to do every day, but we need to learn the every skills, every knowledge about advertising and digital marketing. So number three, Salon said, I am confident in my skills and knowledge. And then number four is I can thoroughly learn through new skill in my life. And then number five is I feel abundant and grateful in every aspect of my life, because we need to be grateful and we need to appreciate and thanks to having in our life. As for me, I use those positive affirmation sentence one time a day before I go to sleep. So what are the benefit of positive affirmation, right? Because positive affirmations are very important. When I started to do this business, I do not know about positive affirmation, but because I said one of our business partner in Zoom meeting share about positive affirmation. So I'm curious about what is positive affirmation. I try to learn and I try to follow the positive affirmation. That's why my mindset is very growth and very renewed when I do positive affirmation, and my business and my daily life are more confidence, more motivated, and more resilient when I started to do those positive affirmation. That's why I just want to share this positive affirmation daily habit in our lifetime. When I do positive affirmation, I feel more confident, more motivated, more resilient, and more grateful and more content in my life. So I just want to ask this five beautiful lady, could you please share one of your positive affirmation? That's why I know about it, right? Okay, start from Miss Dana.
Yes, I love that. I think it's very important. And for
Mhm.
me, it's always starting the day with being grateful. And I keep telling that my kids all the time, count your blessings. Like we always want to grow and we want more from life, but remember to be thankful for what you have. So for me, it's always thankful for all the many good things that I have in my life, and then if there is a will, there is a way. And for me, that's how kind of I start. I'm thankful for what I have, and then I know if I want something, I'll find a way if I have my will. So that's kind of how my mind goes on both ways. Thank you, Josie. That's great.
Thank
Yeah,
you, Miss Dana. Miss Vida.
yeah. Miss Dana have already answered my question. I start with prayers right after work. I just run speed to my church. After church, I come home, take my walk. Thank God for what God helping me to go to work and back safe. That's what I always thank, because on my way yesterday I was going. A lot of people have accident, but I thank God every day I go and come back safely. So I always thank God for helping me to go to work safely and come back safely. That
Yeah,
is what I do, and I do my exercise. After that, I'm good to go for the day.
yeah. Thank you, Miss Vida. Yeah, a lot of accident are happening when we
Yeah.
go to the job. Yeah, that's his blessing. Yeah, Miss Rita.
Well, what I do when I wake up, apart from thanking God, of course, I always say to myself, I'm born blessed. I'm a blessing. I'm born successful. I'm successful. That is what I always say.
Love
Yeah,
that.
Thank you.
thank you. Yeah. How about Miss Anna?
Oh, you
We
are
did.
muted.
You mute. You mute.
You are muted.
Oh,
It
sorry.
helps if we can hear you.
Sorry, that's okay. Yes. Aside from being grateful every day of all the blessings I had in my life. You know, I'm also suffering of this no confidence. I'm really no confident of myself. I'm doubting on all the things I'm doing. So I found this kind of habit that I have to look at myself in the mirror and talk to myself that, Anna, you've got this. I just have to remind myself every time to keep me going, because I'm really struggling to how to appreciate myself. You know, I cannot handle um, when someone say you are beautiful, when someone say you do good, I cannot handle those things. I just don't believe it. I just cannot handle appreciation from other people. I'm doing my best to to be finally let go of those things and appreciate the things, because I have it. So now my step to forget all those things, to appreciate myself, is to saying to the looking at the mirror and look at myself, Anna, you've got this. You can do this. And yeah, that's it for me as of the moment.
Yeah, sometimes I also do. Oh, I can do it while I driving. I can do it. The positive affirmation. Okay, Miss Riha.
Yeah, thank you for that question. And this is one thing that I love about this business because it's really changed my mindset. I've been working in an environment that all negativity around. So to be able to uh filter that negativity is a hard work. And I learned it from this business that I always call it a morning mindset. So it's like daily you start with gratitude. So if you see that it's a nice day, because in UK we don't have a nice day every time. So if I see that it is a sunshine outside, I'll thank God for that. And I always claim that I will have a nice day. When I go to work, I always shout to my colleague, "We will have a good day today. Come on, guys." So it's actually it is a powerful because sometimes you don't think that it's gonna work, but since I starting it, everybody's laughing at me in the beginning because I actually shout it loud. Come on, we'll have a lovely day today. So everybody was like, "What is she moaning about?" But it works. And also in the evening, I call it is a power hour. Power hours sometimes because I take me 1 to 2 hours to be able to do something about my business. So one thing that you actually need to do is to be able to make that habit that you take seriously 1 to 2 hours of your 24 hours a day to be able to dedicate that to this business. And actually that helped me so much to reach whatever I set goals or daily activity that I need to do to this business. And not only that, you have to tell your family, your children, your husband, give me these 2 hours. When I was starting, I have 3 hours, but now I reduce it to 2 hours. So not just because you want to focus on the business, to be honest, but they need to learn that there is a boundary. So this is my work. So if you needed something, you go and do it. But I always make sure that they know that I'm working on the business. So you have to make that like power hours. So when after work, for example, or if I'm day off, then I sit down on my desk. That's my power hours. So they know that they can't disturb me for 2 hours. Thank you.
Nice.
Thank you, Miss Riha. Yeah, back to Miss Dana. Thank you for sharing all positive affirmation, all my beautiful business partner.
Yes, and thank you so much, everyone watching us. Thank you for showing up for yourselves today. Either you are watching live or maybe the reply. This conversation was for you. We hope it inspired you. We hope it, show you a little what can happen with just a small step. Thank you, amazing ladies, for spending some time with me this Sunday. Hopefully this week, or not hopefully, let's make this week a week where we grow outside of our fears. And I'll see some of you next Sunday. Until then, remember, everything we ever wanted is on the other side of the fear. So grow with your fears. Thank you and have an amazing day.